For this, I'm going to take you into the library to look at two resources. You can find the library under My Apps. Usually it's in Canvas in the left-hand navigation bar, but it's always definitely at bigbend.edu under Academics and go to the library. We're going to be looking at, oh, you see my Google Analytics are going. We're going to be looking at databases A to Z. And we're going to be looking at two particular things. We're going to be looking at ProQuest and let's get NewsBank, the world's research collection. Now, will we find things on the nonprofits here? That's why I'm choosing NewsBank, which does go to community community newspapers across America and yes, even the world, all sorts of wonderful things here. It's a really big database, so it's always good to manage it. I'm going to use the two pieces, so we'll see if how effective it is. Now, what we'll be researching here, the things that'll show up in the newspapers would be press releases, events, if there was a scandal, if there was a warm, loving story about what they're doing, and those are the types of things you're looking for. In a way, you're looking to see if they're walking the walk. And this may or may not be visible at this level, but we're going to give it a chance. I put Church of Pug in quotes, and it's pretty original. I don't know that it'll come up in other ways, but let's do a search to see where it takes us. So here we go. And here we're just not going to have a great deal, but we do see it showed up in a newspaper May 8th of 2022, and it talks about their garage sale. So that is a little bit of information, and we may not be as successful with this, so we know that we may be getting more information when we go to Google, and I'm going to show you how to break that down. So here, there should be American Red Cross, lots of information. So there may be so much information that you might want to put in other words, such as fundraising, something you're interested in, scandal, fundraising events, things of that nature. This talks about, so you're going to see a lot of these where they show up. And actually, these may be the type of stories you're looking for. You know, if there is an incident, there is the American Red Cross. American Red Cross showed the fire map, honorees, all sorts of things. But if you're looking for other types of things, you could put in something like scandal. Will something come up? Let's see. You could also put in board of directors, persons, multiple scandals, we don't know. Oh, it might be in regard to Haiti. That's not a bad thing. Some other things. So we aren't seeing a lot, but you might want to go through each one. We are seeing just a little bit of stuff. It has one thing. You could put in accounting, transparency, fundraisers, whatever it is you're trying to research, put in some of those keywords to see if you can find some of those slice of life, real world stories. This is talking about all sorts of different fundraising type events, including local notes, because they're fundraising on a big scale. So when using NewsBank, probably a medium-sized organization will be where you find the best use for this, trying to see if they're walking the walk. You can totally see the American Red Cross is definitely out there. Church of Pug, a little Seattle place, one little story about their garage sale, but you can see they're a little bit out in the community. Now we're going to go to another database, and it's going to be ProQuest. It's going to be really far larger. I'm going to go here, ProQuest. And also, by the way, ethics is an excellent keyword to search for these as well. I add here late into this ProQuest part. So, Church of Pug. Do I think there's going to be any Church of Pug? One does not know. ProQuest covers everything from astrology to zoology. It does have PR wires and all sorts of other things. So I'm just going to search it. And again, I put it in quotes, and I know it's such an unusual name that it won't pop up in other odd things. So here we absolutely have nothing for it. It's a little small state organization, so this is not going to be the best search. Now we'll go with American Red Cross. And we should see a different situation. So here there's many articles having something to do with it. So let's go to full text. And you can also create a date range. Maybe you want to only look at the past 10, 5, or 12 months. I'll just put 5 years. And we're going to have all sorts of formats. We're going to have a trade journal. It's talking about how this one company donates to. We have something on a book discussion about American Society. Book discussions, Privacy Act and records having to do with American Red Cross. That might be something to look in. Privacy issues down the pipe. Allentown Lowers they're doing some lifeguarding. So this is like all over the place. There's 600,000 pieces. So if you could come up with something else and board of directors. Put it in quotes so it searches as a phrase. So if there's something specific you're trying to find out about them, use that as a keyword. Again, ethics is great. We can see what that looks like in a minute. Now we're down to 50,000. So that might help you find some things. So imagine all the different states and areas have their own little board of directors. So that could be quite a big piece. And I'll just put in ethics. I'm not sure what will come up. And that will take us to how many results? 7,000. Oh, and this talks about the navigation of values. Concerns about blood shortages, humanitarian awards, cultural values and social economics, and these types of things. So that could be a very interesting thing, and you can keep building it. You can keep building with an and. If you don't like something that's showing up, you can use not to get rid of it. So the ProQuest and the News Bank both have really great searches, but it's according to the type of information you're looking for. Come prepared or use your research to find keywords, and you'll be able to see some different aspects of your nonprofit organization.